This ain't the little itty bitty teeny tiny bowl. This is Super Bowl 59. Get in on the action at DraftKings Sportsbook, an official sports betting partner of Super Bowl 59. Scoring touchdown is key to hoisting Vince Lombardi Trophy, and you have a shot to score big by betting on them at DraftKings Sportsbook, the #1 place to bet touchdowns. Ready to place your first bet? Try betting on something simple like a player to score 6. Go to DraftKings Sportsbook app and make your pick. New DraftKings customers can bet $5 to get $200 instantly in bonus bet. Download the DraftKings Sportsbook app. Use code MONEYMOVES. That's code MONEYMOVES for new customers to get $200 in bonus bets instantly when you bet just $5. Only on DraftKings Sportsbook. The crown is yours. Boost Mobile is now legit nationwide 5G network. So I have to take a break from all the jokes here for just a second and put my serious voice on, because I would never ever joke about a 5G network that has invested billions in building 5G towers across the country. Not even once. Not even if Mr. Boost Mobile himself asked me to. There's nothing funny about it. Boost Mobile is now legit nationwide 5G network and also provide coverage across 99% of America. Seriously, visit boostmobile.com or your nearest Boost Mobile store location to learn more. Boost Mobile Network, together with our roaming partners, covers 99% of the U.S. population. 5G speed, not available in all areas. All right, fellas, let's get real for a second. Your skin is the first thing people notice. So why are you still treating it like an afterthought? Using bar soap and an old rag? Come on now, it's time to upgrade. Your face deserves better. And Butterskin's MVP, men's skincare, is here to make it easy. This is your all-pro lineup for clean, hydrated, and glowing skin. It's simple, quick, and just 2 steps. No excuses. Step 1, start with a gentle skin cleanser and silky soft face towel. The cleanser clears away dirt, oil, debris without drying you out, while the towels make sure you're starting fresh every time. Toss them out after each use. No more old funky rags on your face. Step 2, finish with your choice of moisturizer, the oil-free gel cream for lightweight hydration, perfect if your skin gets oily. The Cocoa Shea Cream for normal to dry skin that needs a little extra love, or the Facial Shea Butter for deep hydration and that buttery smooth glow. Here's the kicker. This set is made specifically for melanin-rich skin, and it's unisex, so you can share with your girl instead of dipping into her stash all the time. But fellas, watch out. Once she sees how good these products are, she might start dipping into yours butter. Right now, you can grab the MVP men's skincare set for just $50. That's premium skincare at a price that makes sense. So what are you waiting for? Click the link in the description or scan the QR code to grab your set today. Leave the old rag in 2024 and step into the new year with clean, confident skin. Butters got you covered. Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us for another episode of Nightcap, brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network. Boy, do we have a show for you tonight. Maybe one of the biggest trade, if not the biggest trade in NBA history, went down last night. There's also a trade. De'Aaron Fox is headed to the San Antonio Spurs. Zach LaVine is headed to the Sacramento Kings, but we'll get to that in just a moment. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed. Y'all know me. I'm your favorite Unc. That guy, the Liberty City legend, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree, the Pro Bowler. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Guys, thank you for joining us. Thank you for waiting for us. You've been so supportive. 23, 24. Hopefully you'll be as supportive, if not more supportive, than in 25 and beyond. Go follow my media company on all of its platforms. That's Shay Shay Media, and my clothing company. That's 84 with 84 being spelled out. We just restocked everything. Use code Super Bowl for an additional 10% off. We've dropped new beanies in every color, and we've introduced gift cards available from $25 to $50. It takes the guesswork out of letting someone you love pick something they want. Exactly. You don't get to pick it. They get to pick it. just hand the gift cards. We'll do the Shea by LaPortier as we close. But Chiefs and Eagle fans, any fans, if you're in New Orleans for the Super Bowl, check out our Super Bowl live show. Our VIP meet and greet is officially sold out, but there's still plenty of tickets left for the Super Bowl Big Show. It's February the 6th in New Orleans at the Mahalia Jackson Theater. Already lined up, we got Coach Prime, we got Master P, we got Juvie, we got Flavor Flav, and we got Debo, James Harrison, all locked in, loaded. They'll be ready to stop by and sit down and chop it up with Ocho and I. And
hold on, we got Debo coming, like James Harrison. I hope he got security.
Yeah, he coming. And we got other lists. We're getting those all lined up for you. Some NFL players, past and present, will stop by and chop it up with Ocho and I. Both Nightcap and Club Shay Shay are both nominated for NAACP Image Awards. Nightcap was nominated Outstanding Podcast, Art, Sports, and Entertainment. Club Shay Shay was nominated Outstanding Podcast, Society and Culture, and I was nominated for Entertainer of the Year. Please go vote for your favorite guys, Unc and Ocho, and me personally. The link is pinned into our social bios. Without any further ado, we're now joined by 3-time Sixth Man of the Year. On April 9th, 2019, he became the oldest player in NBA history to score 50 points in a game. And he's also the first and only player thus far to score at least 50 points for 4 different franchises. And he's the newest analyst. He's going to be calling game for NBC next season. The one, the only, Jamal Crawford. Jamal, how you doing, bro?
I'm good. Thanks for having me, bro. Me and Ocho, we got a thing we got to handle. We'll deal with that.
All right. the trade that happened last night, Luka, a superstar beyond superstar, a global superstar, in his absolute, he's not even hit his prime yet, Jamal. He's 25 years of age. He's a 5-time first-team All-NBA player. And they trade him for Anthony Davis and a first-round pick in, I think, 2029 and Max Christie. And in return, the Lakers get Luka, they get Max Kleber, and they get Markieff Morris, he was on the 2020 Laker team that won the championship. So Lakers receive Luka, Maxi Kleber, Markieff Morris. The Mavs get Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. Also, the Jazz receive Jalen Hood-Scarafino, a 2025 second-round pick, a 2025 second-round pick via the Clippers. Jamal, when you heard this trade, I thought it was bull jive. I thought somebody had got hacked because ain't no way the Mavs are trading Luka. But lo and behold, it is absolutely true. Luka Doncic is on the move. Anthony Davis is going to the Mavericks. What is your assessment of the trade? Why do you think this trade happened?
I'm with you, Unc. I thought it was bull jive at first too. I thought ain't no way Luka's being traded. Like you said, all his accolades, he ain't even reached his prime yet. And if I'm a young NBA star, I'm not comfortable anywhere. Because if Luka can be traded at this stage of his career, where he's at, where he was going, anybody can be traded. But I said last year on Shaq's podcast, I said, if I'm the Lakers, I'm looking at trading Anthony Davis. And people thought I was crazy. I said, if LeBron is still your best player right now, you got to have better pieces to complement him. Yes, they won in the bubble. Yes, but LeBron is still looking like he's LeBron. So with that being said, I got to get pieces. I didn't know Luka was on the table when that happened. Who knew? But if I'm LA, I got to take that deal. I have to, because now you're playing for the now and the future. As LeBron says, you know what, I'm going to wear it down. I'm going to hang it up. Whenever that is, 1, 2, 3, 4 years, whenever it is, you have a bona fide superstar who has not reached his prime, who other people want to play with. Luka is box office. So we know he's going to bring the Hollywood lights. He fits Hollywood. His game's Hollywood. On the other side for Dallas, it's a perfect compliment to Kyrie. They obviously are going to make some more moves. They didn't trust the fact that they would have to give Luka almost $400 million. Whatever's going on behind the scenes is really loud right now, because now we're looking like, you know what? How can trade do like this? There had to be stuff that we don't know about.
I also, I mean, I'm curious. I'm thinking ahead a little bit. Obviously, it had to be something internally for them to trade such a great player like that. Like both of you just said, is not even in his prime. So I'm looking forward to obviously the future, because Kyrie can opt out in the summer. And what are the chances of Kyrie actually joining LeBron again? I'm assuming LeBron comes back next year as well, and you have Luka, Kyrie, and LeBron.
So for me, I think obviously that could have been an option. But Kai got to have some type of faith. Like, you know what? I could have easily been moved. Like you said, my contract's up next year. They chose to stick with me. And if you look at how Jason Kidd speaks about Kai, he's always speaking glowingly. He does everything we want. You pair him with AD, that give Kai another win. Kai's back to being a point guard. He's still in his prime. He's still doing numbers. He still makes it look easy. You got AD. You got a bunch of money possibly with other moves to be made. If I'm Kai, I'm like, you know what? They stuck with me. And also they believed in him when nobody else wanted to give him multiple years on the contract as well. So you don't forget that type of stuff.
Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm looking at it, and I've said this. Everybody knows this is not right now. I gave Luka the name Baby Bird because I thought he was that special. He was the closest white player I had ever seen to Larry Bird. Everybody knew Larry Bird was my favorite, but I always questioned. I said he looked like he's out of shape. I said he looks like he's unconditioned. He looked like he doesn't take his training and his condition seriously, and he has some habits that, you know, if you look at Rick Carlisle, you got Luka. Guys don't normally say, nah, I'm good, and leave a superstar player that's only 22 years of age, Jamal. So there was some things that was going on that wasn't being talked about. But if you know the game and you see, you like, something ain't adding up. And then plus, Luka is scheduled. He was the first player that was going to be able to get the Supermax. 5 years, $345 million. So basically $69 million a year. Jamal, if a guy's unconditioned, he doesn't take his training serious, he doesn't take conditioning serious, and there's some other things going around, if I give him $69 million, Jamal, and he might have some power that we need to rustle away from him. And if you hear, listen to Nico says, he says something about culture. When I hear that, Jamal, I don't know about you, but my ears perk up.
That culture means there's something behind the scenes that he's not happy with. And like we all know, the one question in all the sports and in life period, if you're in the entertainment business, are you better than your problem? And Luka is better than his problem, so that's why I'm shocked this happened. Even with all that going on, he's 22. He can learn to mature. He can learn to see Kyrie or whoever the professionals are. Jay Kidd, you got one of the best point guards ever. So that's the shocking, jarring part of it, is that he's not 28, 29, about to, leave his prime or whatever. He's still not even entering his prime. And so I would think, and that's why this is such a shock, guys like that, they don't get traded. Hey, we're going to deal with his stuff until he figures it out. We just hope for the best because he's that good. The fact he's 22, already been to a finals, already played in the Olympics.
He's 25, Jamal.
25, I'm sorry. The fact he's 25, still it's a 25 under list. He's still eligible for that too. So that's crazy.
But here's the thing, Jamal, and I tell Ocho this all the time when we talk about it. They'll tolerate you until they can replace you. Once they got a deal that says, you know what, we can win right now. I like Kyrie and AD in the pick and roll. AD has never really had a guy this dynamic in the pick and roll. Rondo. And you remember when he had Rondo in New Orleans, the numbers that AD put up? Well, Kyrie is a very similar point guard in the pick and roll. But for them to trade a 25-year-old that's 5 times first-team All-NBA, it tells me everything I need to know. I don't need to hear nothing else. They can say this or they can say that, but you know it had to be bad, Jamal, because everything that you said is absolutely true. Because you say, you know what? His production is better than his problems. But they say, no, hell it ain't. His problems supersede his production.
I have a question. Both of you could probably answer it better than I can. Obviously, I don't really understand how or the intricacies on why he's not eligible for the 5-year $345 Supermax.
He got traded.
So simply because he got traded, it's in the contract letting you know once you get traded somewhere else, you're no longer eligible.
You can only get a 4-year deal because he was almost like a Bird situation. That was the team that drafted him. He had been this many times a first team All NBA player. So therefore, a la Jason Tatum, a la JB. So guys that have been there for a particular, what is it like 5-6 years, Jamal?
Yeah, 5 or 6.
And then you a first team All NBA. You have to be a first team. You have to be one of the All NBA selections.
The last year or two, something going into it.
So he's done that. So he was eligible 5 years, $345. So think about that. He would have been eligible to get another contract that was probably going to be north of $400 million at the age of 30.
But I think you answered it right there. I think that was an aha moment. I think that's what it is. I think they were more scared if they gave him that money and they knew they couldn't do nothing with him at that point. He runs the organization totally. Versus right now, like, you know what, let's cut our losses. We see where this is going. And I think that might be part of it.
And because here's the thing, Jamal, they believe that a lot of these injuries, these knick-knack injuries, is because of his condition. It's because of his training. It's because of his diet. It's because of a lot of things behind the scenes. We say this with Joel Embiid. We say this with Zion Williamson. Not to say injuries don't happen, but I believe, the Mavericks believed, a lot of these injuries are self-induced. You're not taking care of your body. It's being reported at one point he weighed 270, 265, whatever the case may be. But Jamal, you know this. You played this game damn near you played it 2 decades. When somebody moves a player like this, we've never seen it. That'd have been like they moving Magic Johnson in his prime. Them moving Larry Bird, Michael Jordan in their prime. 25-year-olds don't get moved unless the behavior is so egregious. They say we just can't control it.
But we see this. Go ahead, Ocho.
Ma, your eyes and your ears are still, even if you're not playing, your eyes and ears are still with the NBA. Do you know, have you heard anything what the issue might be, where it came to a head where they just had to get rid of him?
I mean, let's just take a step back and think about when they went to the finals, right? Luka's having a celebration beer. Mike Conley grabbed that so quick. So you can't speculate, but there had to be stuff behind the scenes that was just like, you know what? He's not changing what we want him to be, and if we get in this contract, it may be worse at this point. So sometimes the best way to see a person is not look. Because if you look, they're going to be on their best behavior. So sometimes you got to say, let me just see how he's moving now. Let me see if he got a chef now. And this is with anybody, right? Let me see if they are diligent with their professionalism. You watching that just as much as you watching the talent now. But going back to how this happened so fast, let's go back and think a little bit. Nico Harrison was Kobe's rep with Nike. Rob Pelinka was Kobe's agent. So you know they had a friendship and relationship and all type of conversations they had. So that's why something like this can move so fast.
And not get out. But here's the thing. This is what we know. Young athletes that hurt become old athletes to get hurt. And the worst thing you can have is an old guy you owe him $200 million, you owe $300 million. Because I just read a thing the other day where it said Joel Embiid has made $125 million for the games that he's missed. You want that on Luka? You want Luka's salary? $345 million? And here he is. And they believe that those injuries, a lot of those have been exacerbated by his condition. And you remember he was nursing a knee injury last year in the championship game. In the NBA finals. And leading up to the finals, we like, well, how long can he go on that look? So now you hear culture, you see a guy that has no interest in playing any level of defense, not at all.
Listen, some got to give way. You know, everybody's going to have flaws. When you think about NBA players, hell, even NFL players, everybody has their strengths. His strengths and his identity is on the offensive side of the ball. So you know what you don't get from the defensive side of the end, but he's so great at what he does offensively. Hell, you got to take that.
So, how do you like this for Lakers? You watch Lakers close as anybody. How do you like the fit? How do you like
I just don't. Here's the thing. LeBron is at the age he can't play consistent defense. Luka doesn't play any defense. You traded your 2 best defenders, your wing defenders, Max Christie on ball, and AD. Your help defender on ball can defend 1 through 5. He's tremendous in the pick and roll. He's great at weak side help. Look, you got guys that can score, but who can they stop? I understand. This is what the Lakers, and I've studied the Lakers, and I know the Lakers. This is what the Lakers do. They got Wilt because they love superstars. In LA, you got to have them. Yeah. You cannot get them. You cannot survive as the Lakers without superstars. So they go get Wilt, and then they follow that up with Kareem, and they go get Shaq, and they go get LeBron, and now they go get Luka. You got to have that if you're going to be LA. If you're going to be the Lakers, you look at the Dodgers. That's what they do. You see Shohei. You see Mookie. That's what they do in order for you to survive out here. That's why they went and traded for Matthew Stafford, Ocho. You got to have a star. You got to have stars. Aaron Donald. You got to have stars to survive out here if you want to win, because there's too much going on in LA. We got beaches. We got Samo. We got rooftops. You got so much going on. And if you don't win, they're not coming to see you. But I'm telling you, I don't care. See, that's the notion that people make, Jamal, and you know this. A lot of times people say, well, as long as I'm doing my job, you shouldn't care about. No. It doesn't work like that. Because, see, your job is being a professional. That's your job. How you conduct yourself while you're doing your job, that's called being a pro. And say, we don't like the pro. We love the professional because he's giving us 29, 32, 34, 9 and 9. We know what he can do. But that pro eventually will catch up with us. His behavior and the way he does things. They say, nah, we got to nip this in the bud. We got to break his plate at 25 because he's going to become Bro, we let him get 2 years into $60 and $70 million contract. Hey, that joker might come in. Hey, he might come into the game drinking a beer. He might come to the and smoking on hookah. Because we know Luka love his hookah now, Jamal. He love his hookah.
Luka love the hookah. He love the hookah.
And when you sit back and look at it, Rick Carlisle left. He refused the contract extension. He had Luka at 22, 23. What coach you know would walk away from LeBron, walk away from a Magic Johnson, Larry Bird? That's what Luka's comparison is. I'm not saying he's not won a championship. He hadn't won an MVP, right. But that's what he is in today's terms. Ain't no coach walking away from that. Coaches might get fired, but coaches, because they know how hard it is to get one of those guys. Those guys like Luka, they don't come out in the draft every year. A LeBron, a Magic, a Bird, they don't come. So if I get one, I will keep this joker as long as I can. As long as they'll have me, I'll stay.
Yeah, and that's why this is so shocking. Like, we have never, ever seen this. And it's so open-ended, and it was so shocking. All we can do is speculate. We don't wish nothing bad on nobody, but we got to figure it out, right? Like, that's our job, to figure it out and educate people or give them a little bit of insight of why this happened. Who knows if it's, how they felt his body would be in 5 years. Like, all that stuff plays a part. But what's going to happen is where he's going and where Anthony Davis is going, and how, if the culture, quote unquote, changes, we're going to see in the next year or two how things lined up, and we'll have our answer in the future.
I also think now he just lost $117 million, Ocho. Basically 1 year.
Can he get?
It cost him $117 million. Now, if that don't get your attention, it should have your undivided attention. Now, I don't know where y'all who makes $117 million a year. Maybe some CEOs, maybe Cristiano Ronaldo, maybe Mbappe. Yeah. Hey, maybe some of them, but ain't a whole lot of players making $117 million in salary, Jamal.
And you California taxes.
Yeah. Now you got. Just think about it. You could have been in Texas, no state income tax. Yeah. It's 13.5% in California. I don't know if you noticed anything. So 40 million, they gonna take 13.5%. That's 10. So they gonna take 4 million, another 3. So they gonna take about 6 million from you right there, Ocho, on 40.
Hey, listen. Let's say he missed out on 117, right? Whatever he missed out. Let's say he gets himself together. Gets himself together, gets on the right track. Is it a possibility he can recoup that money on the back end in the next deal?
It all depends. Hold up. He's a big enough superstar that he can have deals outside because he projects. That's one thing. He projects globally.
Right.
So yeah, he can make that money, but you can't make up what you miss. It's kind of like time. Because let's just say for the sake of argument, Ocho, he signs this deal with the Lakers, so 117 minus 345. So he gets 228. 228 good money. But just think, Jamal, you remember when Boogie missed out on what, 200 million by getting traded to the Pelicans. And then he gets injured. Never saw a payday again. Yeah. See, that's the thing, Ocho. You see, we're under the assumption, and we hope, we knock on wood, that nothing happens. But when you're continuously overweight, you put stress on your body. Your body ain't used to that. Your body ain't used to being trying to go up and down that court on a nightly basis, Jamal. At least 2 nights a week, sometimes 3 nights a week. When you meant to be 220, all of a sudden you trying to play at 260. Something got to give, Ocho. Something got to give. Yeah. You got a Ferrari and you keep hauling logs on top of it, and you see what happened to it.
That's like Ocho talking about he gonna play me one-on-one and he drinking Coke. You can't play me drinking Coke. You got a chance.
I mean, but hold on, you got to understand. I would go on 5 for 180 on McDonald's and cheeseburgers and fries and a Coke. So having to deal with you at my age with the skill set, with never having any injuries, that's easy work.
No, you was doing that at 25. The fries and stuff.
Listen. Age ain't nothing but a number. The man created that.
Oh, I know. I'm still 50 at 40 now. I know age ain't nothing but a number. I know that.
Whenever you're ready, I'm here. That's all I got to say.
I seen that food work against crime. That ain't working on me.
Let me ask you a question, Jamal. Who do you think won the trade?
I think Dallas won the immediate future, the immediate part of it. I think the Lakers won the future part of it. And the reason being is AD, we don't know his health either. And as you know, like we've seen sometimes where it ain't his fault. And he's played games over the last few years, but he's going to have a different workload now. Like you said, he's going to be involved in pick and rolls a lot with Kyrie. Luka, that's a great transition from LeBron to Luka as a future superstar whenever LeBron decides he's had enough, because you got to have that in LA. So I think both sides won it. It was just so weird. The weirdness of it was everything, because who would have guessed it? Could you imagine Minnesota trading Ant right now?
No.
Or Boston trading Tatum or Denver trading Joker? It was just as shocking. That's why it's so crazy. And I'm going to tell you something else. I think there's going to be one, not at that level. I think it's going to be a shocking trade that happens over this next time period. I promise you. I think something's coming.
And if you look at what Minnesota gave up to get Rudy Gobert.
Yeah.
Dallas didn't want but one first-round pick. I'd say give me 27, right. Give me 29. I want a pick swap in between, and give me what you gave me.
Yes. Right. Yes. That's how I got to be, because this dude he's generational. Luka's so good at basketball. Luka figured out the game a long time ago. When he's playing at times, he's not even playing against you, he's playing against your coach. Him and Joker got that quality. LeBron as well. Oh, you run this? Oh, I got you on that. Oh, what you gonna do, coach? Okay, I'm gonna expose him over there. Like, he's one of those dudes. The games, I've always said he plays like he got headphones on, like he listening to Sade or something. He's so at peace with his game that it's crazy. But now he's gonna go to LA, so we're gonna see.
I can't wait to see it. 3-time Sixth Man of the Year, the oldest man in NBA history to have a 50-point game, the only man in NBA history to have at least 50 with 4 different franchises, the one, the only Jamal Crawford. Good luck next year in calling games on NBC, Jamal. Congratulations. Job well done. Hey, really appreciate you stopping by to offer some insight into this big trade.
Appreciate y'all. Thank you. I give a shout out to my guy, DeJounte Murray, to get healthy. He's had an Achilles injury. We're rooting for him. Appreciate y'all.
Thank you.
All right, baby.
Yes,
now we're joined by former NBA Rookie of the Year, All-Star, former Warriors head coach, Mark Jackson. Mark, talk to us, bro. How you doing? Everybody's great, bro. We cannot complain, huh? Hey, turn your camera on, Mark. You try to pull a Shannon Sharpe, audio only.
How do I do that? Let me see. There you go.
There you go.
Coach, what's
going
up, Coach?
on, man? You good?
What's up, baby?
I'm
you
feeling
good?
it, man. Happy, proud for y'all.
Appreciate it, Mark. Mark, let's get into this trade, bro. It came out of nowhere. Normally, trades like this, it had to be a special type of relationship because you had to sit on it. Because prior to it dropping, there was no win of AD getting traded, nothing about Luka getting traded, and then boom, you're trading a 25-year-old, 5-time first-team All-NBA player that hasn't even reached his prime yet for Anthony Davis, a first-round pick, and Max Christie. Talk to us about the trade. You coached this game. You played this game. Talk to us. How does a deal like this happen?
But we don't know the truth of everything. That's first and foremost. This is an incredible deal that was pulled off by the Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles Lakers, primarily Nico Harrison and Rob Pelinka. It is, in my time of playing basketball, following basketball, coaching basketball, it is the most shocking trade pulled off without anybody leaking it, without anybody knowing anything about it. And then with everybody that got wind of it, thought it was a fluke. We thought it was a fluke. I got 10 phone calls in a minute span saying this can't be real. Can you confirm it? I'm like, I don't know. I can't confirm it or not. It's shocking. Like you said, a 25-year-old guy, 5-time first team All-NBA, generational talent, one thing I would have done if I was Nico Harrison and Dallas Mavericks, I'm not minimizing it to the Los Angeles Lakers and that one phone call. I am opening up the bidding for Luka Doncic, letting everybody know. Everybody's well aware of what he brings to the table. I got to assure. Now, the best deal may be Anthony Davis and the deal they got from the Lakers. I doubt it. At least I would have made sure the Lakers sent both of their first-round picks in. But but at the end of the day, you can't underestimate. He got a elite first ballot Hall of Famer in Anthony Davis, whose only concern is staying healthy. When he's on the floor, he's a dominant basketball player. And I believe it helps both teams if the Lakers do continue to add by adding a big. Both teams have a legitimate chance of winning it all. The Lakers because they have two guys that can control a basketball game at all times on the offensive end. Dallas Mavericks because they have a legit big man that prefers, from his own words, to play the power forward position. Now has two young, athletic, energetic bigs to protect him. And then you have a guy like Kyrie Irving, who's a special generational talent in his own right that can do some similar things as Luka and can carry them on the offensive end and create an offense for himself and his teammates. Heck, my former lead assistant, Pete Myers, who played for the Chicago Bulls, was a brilliant basketball mindset. A Hall of Fame general manager once said to him, "Do not make a trade that can cost you your job." And that's what Nico Harrison did. But I give him credit because so many guys willing to just cruise along. I can win 20 games, 30 games. I could go to the lottery time and time. I could be bad, and I got an excuse. He swung for the fences. And the only gamble, I think, he gave up a home run talent. But Anthony Davis has got to stay healthy, and they'll be good for for the foreseeable future.
Hey, Coach, listen, for someone who played the game for a long time, for someone who coached the game as well, as a coach, and you think about it, I just want you to put your GM hat on for a quick minute. What can a player do to the magnitude and where it's that egregious to you trade somebody that young, that's that spectacular, and brings that much to a team, especially from an offensive standpoint? You got to talk to me. Just give me some type of better context on what could a player do behind the scenes that could warrant such a trade for someone so
That's what
good.
makes it shocking to me, and I think that's a great question. And what I don't like is all of a sudden stuff come out that didn't come out all along. So let's be fair to him. But at the end of the day,
right,
the things we know about, he can be a better conditioned athlete. He can be better committed on the defensive end. He can have a better competitive fight and spirit defensively, not every fifth possession or every 10th possession. I could show you 50 clips of Luka Doncic more than capable of defending and having game plan discipline on the defensive end of the floor. I can show you 200 clips where he lays down, points the finger and blames somebody else. I would say to my ownership or my management that's interested in trading Luka Doncic because of those reasons, I would tell them personally, that's on me. He's been in this league 6 years. I got to do a better job of bringing that out of him and holding him accountable, defending at a high level, competing at a high level, being a better leader. And that would be on me.
What about go ahead, Ocho.
Well, hold on. I'm confused. Now, you think about what Luka is able to do from the offensive standpoint, right? And one of the issues that he may have is his lack of ability to play defense. But if he is a little bit better on defense, Coach, wouldn't that take away from his offensive production?
That sounds like a receiver that didn't want to block when it wasn't his check.
That's what I'm talking about, Jack. That's what I'm talking about, Jack. Get it.
Just because
Get it,
you're not
Jack.
going to you, just because you're not going to you on this play doesn't give you a license to chill. You still have a responsibility.
Right.
And my job as a coach is to hold you accountable to that because it's not about you.
Okay.
It's about us. And other guys are watching. If I allow you to do that, and because they're rolling one day, I allow them to do that. I'm not saying I'm holding you to the same standard. I'd like that in the ideal world.
Right.
But we all have kids, and that's not how it works. But I'm going to hold you to a standard. But I will not accept in losing. I'm not going to. But I will not accept in winning. I'm not going to accept losing. I got to say to you.
Have you heard that before, Ocho? Where have you heard that saying, Ocho?
I heard it.
Because guys are watching. I can't now yell at you because I've been doing this for 20. I've been doing this for 5 years. Now you got a problem with it?
See, you never accepted it. Hey, you never accept anything in a win. You wouldn't have lost. But here's the thing, okay, Jack, you said it's your job to hold him accountable for a little bit more for the defensive end. Are you holding yourself accountable for his unconditioned, his training, his eating,
Absolutely. Guess what? I gotta go see him in the off season. I gotta take a flight and go spend some time with him. I gotta send one of my assistants or my player development coaches, go spend some time with him. I gotta send a chef with him. I'm gonna put you in position to be successful. I don't want you to just chase down being a 5-time all NBA team player or a generational talent. I want you to have the jewelry at the end of the day. I want you to be in that special room with those special guys that you deserve to be in. Don't just be in there with just everybody else. He's good enough and great enough to be in a room with just a handful of guys. He's that special of a talent, and I'm cheating him if I fall short of holding him accountable and putting him in position to take away those critics.
Jack,
right?
You can't. I tell my kids this: I can't want something from you more than you want it for yourself. And you got kids, and you know they've got to want it for themselves as much as you want it for them. If Luka doesn't want what you want for him, it's not going to work. It just won't.
That's true. But he is so special and so great. You can't convince me he don't want it. You just can't. He's so special and so great. You average a 40-point triple-double in the playoffs. You are the best player in the Eastern Conference. I mean, the Western Conference Finals. You're the best player in the. He is a special talent. I'm not asking him to. I'm going to tell him. I'm going to push the right buttons. I'm not asking you something that I believe you can't do. I'm not asking you to protect the rim and block shots. I'm not asking you to be a lockdown defender. I'm not asking you to be 200 pounds. Let's meet somewhere in the middle where now it's acceptable. I'm not asking you. I just don't want you to point the finger to a guy wide open in the corner and you just stand there and you know that's your man and that's your responsibility. Everybody in the arena knows that's your fault. That should burn. That should upset you. I'm not saying it hasn't happened to me in 17 years of playing professional basketball and in all these years of playing basketball. I got exposed at times on the defensive end, but I got upset about it. And I reacted to it and responded to it and held myself accountable.
Listen, Coach, one more question. I'm thinking about the mental part of it, right? The mental part as far as Luke is concerned. How is he going to react? How is he going to, is the trade, this is a wake-up call? Is he going to fold? Now, two things can happen. Most of the time, you think you're a player, you're sitting on top of the world, you feel like you're invincible, you know, you're making good money, you're one of the best players in the NBA, and all of a sudden you get that call, oh yeah, you've been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers. Now, what Luka are we going to get from this point going forward? Are we getting a pissed off Luka? Or are we getting a Luka that's going to fold under the pressure?
We don't know that Luka that you're talking about folding under pressure. All he's done in 6 years is be great, be a generational talent. He's been special.
What just happened,
He got traded.
Exactly. Now, getting traded can do something to your mental now.
Special.
It can do something to your mental. I'm talking about the different kind of pressure. Pressure playing and being comfortable in Dallas, knowing you that guy is different.
I agree with you with certain dudes, but I don't care where you put Tom Brady. He's Tom Brady in New England. He's Tom Brady in Tampa Bay. Luka Doncic, we're not going to cheat his talent and his level of greatness. He's a special talent. I believe it'll elevate him conditionally wise and the fight, to fight defensively because he's got a guy in the locker room that's a hero of his that he looks up to. Now, LeBron James certainly has his flaws at times, but one thing he does is take care of his body, and he's an all-time great. He's a special talent that if you just hang around, we've got testimonies from teammates, coaches, he's going to make you better. And Luka Doncic will be a better conditioned athlete and a better defender, competitively speaking, because of being around LeBron James. That's one thing LeBron James will bring to the table without a doubt.
But you know what, Jack? I had a guy to tell me one time, he said they'll tolerate you until they can replace you. Luka is a professional basketball player. It seems to me Nico Harrison had a problem with him being a pro, which was how he conducted himself in being a professional basketball player. You don't it had to get to a point, Mark, and you know this. Having played, Mark, you played 17 years?
Yes.
You played 17 years. You coached in this league. In order for you to trade a generational talent, because we've never seen it happen before, at 25, the behavior behind the scenes, it had to be egregious. There's no other way around it, Jack. There's no other way.
You're right. That 25-year-old generational talent, we've never seen it before unless he asked to be traded. That's a different ballgame. This guy didn't ask to be traded. He said he wanted to spend his life as a Dallas Maverick. So there is clearly something that made them pull the trigger and make the trade and pick up the phone and call it Los Angeles Lakers. I don't know what it is, and that'll come out at some point.
It's gonna come out.
But
if it don't come out in the wash, it'll come out in the rinse.
He's too great of a player that you just decided to pick up the phone. No, I can handle think about it. With his lack of defensive intensity for 48 minutes and his lack of conditioning overall, the dude was still a 5-time first-team All-NBA player in 6 years.
Yep.
So I'm going to live with some of that and try to make him better. I'm not just going to pick up the phone on a random day and call the Los Angeles Lakers.
Right.
So it's something that pushed the button to make them make this call.
But Jack, my antenna raised when Rick Carlisle wouldn't sign the contract extension. You know how hard it is to get a generational player. They don't fall on trees, and a lot of coaches never get an opportunity to coach a generational talent. Rick Carlisle didn't accept the contract extension, and he had a 22, 23-year-old Luka. That should have raised the antenna. But Rick really raised my antenna when I heard Nico Harrison say culture. When you hear that, Jack, I know your antenna raised too. Because we see this with Zion. We believe his conditioning plays a role in his injuries. We see that with Joel Embiid. We believe his conditioning plays a role in his injuries. I believe it is my estimation, and I'm just looking at this from a distance. I believe the Mavericks believe that Luka's condition or lack thereof, his training, his eating habits, play a role in those injuries. And I got to give you $70 million this summer for next summer for 5 years? Oh, no, Jack, I can't do that.
Oh, I could do it.
Oh, no.
Oh, I can do it. And you would do it too. The guy's a top 5 player in the world. There's no question about his ability. The thing I got a problem with is we compared him to Joel Embiid and Zion Williamson, 2 guys that have a tough time staying on the floor. That's not Luka's issue. He plays hurt. He plays hobbled. Not 100%. Doesn't take care of his body. Not in the best condition physically. He doesn't come in shape and can't, but he plays. He loves to play. Those other 2 guys have missed a substantial amount of games. I think culture is the conditioning. It's how we act on the bus. It's how we act on the plane. It's how we act in the locker room. We don't know that story. I'll give you an example. Jimmy Butler. Report come out. Jimmy Butler had the plane waiting for an hour while everybody waiting for him. Are you kidding me? That's not on Jimmy Butler. That's on me. I'm not waiting an hour for nobody.
That's what happened?
Reporters. The plane is taking off and we're leaving Jimmy Butler. If you wait for Jimmy Butler, then you're setting yourself up for disaster. You're setting yourself up for a culture that allows that. No, we're going to set the tone right away. We're leaving this guy. And if he shows up to the game, he shows up to the game, we'll handle it then. But
what kind of president are you sitting with Luka when you know he's out of shape, when you know he's not conditioning properly, when you know he's not training properly?
The dude is averaging 30 and 9. He's the best player on the floor every night.
Yeah.
So you got to find other ways to push the button to get him to respond.
Right.
You gotta pull him in the office by yourself and talk to him. You got to pull him in the office with Kyrie Irving. You got to pull him in the office with the GM. You got to pull him in the office with ownership. Bring in some form of grace. Bring in Dirk Nowitzki. Whatever trick you got to do to push the button.
Dirk's there.
No, whatever.
He sees Dirk every day.
Whatever the trick is you got to do to push the button, your job, my job is to find that button and push it because he is great and he's an all-time great. But I want to put him in that special room that he deserves to be in. I'm not like this guys you had to talk up to be great. When he walked into this league, he was great. You don't have to hype him up and talk him up. He's great from day one. So now let's get you into that special room. And it's something that you deserve. And you're cheating yourself. Forget about me. You're cheating yourself if you don't put yourself in the best possible position to get there.
Does he want to be in that room? You want him in that room. Does he want to be in there? Because if he wanted to be in there, Jack, all the greats that you mentioned, that's in the handful of guys, did any coach had to hold their hand? Jordan, Kobe, LeBron, Bird, Magic, Kareem, give me some more. Elijah Wan. The handful of guys that's in that room, did they have to be spoon-fed?
I don't.
Hey, do you think, Jack, you think the culture and where it comes from is a little bit different as opposed to all the guys that Unc just named and their approach to the game of basketball? Maybe that might be the issue.
It might have something to do with it, but the dude was a pro at 13 years old. He's been a pro since he's been 13 years old. He's a special talent. And I agree with you with those guys that you named. But there's some guys, and I don't have them off the top of my head, but some guys had to be pushed along. Some guys didn't love basketball, and they're in that special room. Tim Duncan didn't touch the basketball until he got into high school, I believe his junior year. He was a swim dude. He was an elite swimmer. He's in that room. Luka Doncic is great enough to get in that room, and I believe he's going to get there. And I believe putting on purple and gold and having a new challenge in his life is going to get him there. But he also has to have coaches, management, ownership, leadership in that locker room that holds him accountable and has the same voice as the people that's trying to pour into his life instead of high-fiving him and hugging him and giving him dap when he won a ball game. So let's talk about you won the game, but how about the defensive stop that you gave up on that almost cost us the game? So we can have that conversation too. Got to surround himself with people that are not yes men, but hold him accountable and push buttons and inspire him to want it as bad as we want it.
Short, long term. Who do you believe won the trade? Short, long term. I love AD to the Mavs. Kyrie in the pick and roll. Great help defender. Can defend 1 through 5. Tremendous in the pick and roll. Can help with weak side defense. The Lakers got a little lax on defense. LeBron can't sit in the chair anymore at 40. Luka, we talked about that. Doesn't really want to play. Austin Reeves, people attack him because they can. The Lakers got substantially weaker on the defensive end.
They set themselves up for the next 10 years, though. You can't take that away from them. I think both teams are in position to win a championship. If you're the Lakers, your next move is your best move. They got to find a big to clean up some of the mess and protect the weakness that they have on the defensive side of the floor. Protect the rim, play the pick and roll, hold the fort down a little bit as dribble penetration affects you. I like what the Dallas. I think both teams have helped themselves, because I can't undersell how great Anthony Davis is, and clearly I already raved enough about Luka Doncic. It's going to be interesting to see how this thing all plays out. But I think the Lakers cannot be judged on just winning a championship or not winning a championship this year. They got a generational talent, which is hard to find, that puts them in position for after LeBron James leaves.
But let me ask you a question. Let's just say, and I'm hoping, hey, you know I root for the Lakers. I'm hoping Luka's like, man, I just cost myself $117 million. Everybody believes I can be special. I am special. Let me do what it takes in order to be in that room that Mark Jackson keeps talking about. There's only a handful of guys in there. There are only a handful of guys that deserve to be mentioned of being in there. There are some guys can peep in the room, but there's some guys that's sitting at the table in the room.
Right.
Let me get on my conditioning. Let me hire me a chef. Look, I'm not saying I'm not saying Michael Jordan smoked more cigars than anybody, and still went out there and bust them up, Mark. Some guys drink. Some guys can do that. But the one thing you know about MJ, he came in shape. LeBron loves his wine and occasionally gets a cigar, but you know he don't cheat the process. And the one thing about those guys that are in that room, they didn't cheat the process. You're right. Tim Duncan didn't play basketball until high school. But Pop, he was coachable. Pop got on him to coach everybody else. Tim Duncan, when he stepped on that floor, you know what you're going to get. But you also knew he was a pro off the court. He was going to come in shape. He was going to be conditioned, and he's going to be ready to go, and he didn't have no ticky-tack injuries.
It points the finger directly to the player. They got to want it. And I believe that he's going to be in that room because his talent tells me that he's going to be in that room. I believe he wants it. I believe this situation will enhance his desire to prove people wrong. And I believe that if you are a general manager, ownership, or a coach, or a superstar player playing alongside of him, you also have a responsibility to hold him accountable and to deliver the message to him when he's falling short from that. And I believe he's got to be able to be man enough to empower those people to do exactly that. Because at the end of the day, I know they want what's best for me. If they want what's best for me, then it's going to be what's best for this team. And ultimately, I'm going to be in that room. What he doesn't want to do is what you talked about, put his head peeking in that room and then he get pushed out of there. No, he deserves to be in that room constantly because his talent tells us that.
Oh, yeah.
Let's talk about the other trade that happened today. De'Aaron Fox going to the San Antonio Spurs, Zach LaVine going to the Sacramento Kings. It seems now, guys will sign that first extension, get that guaranteed money, and then after that, they're on the hunt. You see D Fox, He's on his way to San Antonio. He wants to play with Wemby. Nice squad there. You see Zach LaVine. Zach has been reports that Zach LaVine has wanted to get out of Chicago for an extended period of time. He's reunited with DeMar DeRozan in Sacramento. You have to like Sacramento with Malik Monk, DeMar DeRozan, Zach LaVine, Domantas Sabonis. They got a nice squad. Keegan Murray. They got a nice squad.
What I like about Sacramento is De'Aaron Fox obviously displayed his willingness to be traded. He let his feelings be known, and they made a trade, but they didn't surrender the season. They went and got a guy that can help them immediately, and a 25-point scorer in Zach LaVine that's proven, that's comfortable playing alongside of DeMar DeRozan. So they have perimeter play, great versatility, great youth, incredible fan base. Then you have Sabonis and Keegan Murray. They have talent that still should put them in the mix, playoff time in the Western Conference. And still an exciting future moving forward, whether Zach LaVine opts in or opts out at the end of the year. De'Aaron Fox goes to a situation where he's playing with a generational talent in Wemby and fits his skill set where he can be creative on the perimeter, play and pick and roll with him, at times be aggressive as a scorer, at times be aggressive as a facilitator. It's an ideal situation. One thing you touched on that I still try to figure out as I spend time by myself today. These dudes are turning down $300 million. Like, give me my money. Give me my money, and we'll figure everything else out.
Yeah.
$300 million. I don't care how much you made. This is real money.
Yes.
Go get your money and then find the right situation. Don't leave money on the table. I played with a guy that gave back $500,000 in order to be a free agent at the end of the year. Never recouped it. And that was back in 1989, 1990. Never got back that $500,000. You can't make it back. We talking about now $200-300 million? Are you kidding me? Get your paper, young fellas. I don't want to underestimate this because fortunately I don't know a lot about this, and Shannon, you don't know a lot about this, but my guy Chad Ochocinco knows enough about it. That's losing. It can be frustrating at times. At times, I watch.
That's what I'm talking about, Jack.
I watched him, and I seen the frustration. I seen it running routes and playing for. It was tough at times, and I was thrilled and happy when you got a chance to win and be on the right situation. You deserved it. So it can be frustrating and wanting to exit at times, but get your money. One thing about my guy Ocho, he gets it. He got his money, and he keeps his money. I'm watching you.
Jack, let me ask you this. We see these things about Zion, and Zion has had, and they even worded his contract that he has to be a certain weight. He has to have his body percentage down. And we've never seen it. Look, he reminds you of a more explosive Charles Barkley. And Barkley, like he had Malone, he had those other guys, and he said, Moses Malone, rest his soul, say, Charles, you fat and you lazy. You got two things. You young, you fat, and you lazy. You got two things working against you. And Barkley says, you know what? He got 10 pounds off in like 2 weeks. And then he got another 10 pounds off in a month. And before you know it, Charles was turning himself into an MVP, one of the better power forwards to ever play the game. We see this with Joel Embiid. When you get a guy Embiid's size, and people don't realize this, the bigger you are, the bigger that frame is, the more weight it can hold, Jack. You 7'2". Oh, you could easily be 400, maybe even 5. And when you get hurt during the season, now you can't condition. And so guess what? You're still eating, but you're not practicing. You're not playing. And so guess what? You might be 295, 300. Next thing you know, you're 310, you're 320, you're 330, you're 340, you're 350. Now you go back out there, you 350, and you try to run up and down that court, and you jump up, your knees go out, your feet, your ankles, your hips. What do you say to that, Jack?
Part of it, I blame the organizations that allow them to be this way coming in. So I'm trying to be your friend and your boy and all lovey-dovey when you come in, instead of saying, okay, these are the problems that we foresee. This is what we have to do to put you in a position to succeed from day one. I don't care what your bone structure is, what your body fats. I know what it should be. They co-signed a lot of that stuff initially with Zion Williamson, saying he was heavy boned and he can only get down to a certain amount of weight. No, he's an incredible young man. He's an incredible talent, and you look at his body now, it's different than when he came in. So he certainly has a desire to get better. I think the biggest thing for him, you compared him to Charles Barkley, and the bodies were similar. But Charles Barkley from day one had a jumper. He was shooting threes back in 87, 88, 89. So he was a skilled overweight performer on the basketball floor who had range. Zion Williamson, if you're playing against him, you can dare him to shoot the jumper. Now, can he hit it? Yeah, once in a while. And I'm saying this respectfully because he's a great player. But he has a flaw that can be exposed on the defensive side of the floor if you're going against him, especially in a playoff series. So he's got to spend time to enhance and perfect that side of the floor and his range, because if he puts his head down, he gets anywhere he wants. So now if you add a decent jumper to that, he's a nightmare for anybody to defend. We're talking about elite players that have opportunity to make their imprint on this game. And it should hurt them when they don't, because they're not in the best shape they could possibly be in.
I still will never understand. Rudy Gobert got traded for 4 first-round picks. Luka Doncic got traded for Anthony Davis and 1 first-round pick. I don't know who did. Hey, Nico Collins must know something we don't, but Nico I'm Harrison. Sure Nico Harris, excuse me. Rob Pelinka says, thank you.
Just imagine if you were sitting at home and got a call. You interested in Luka? Heck yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. So you don't even have to work. You can win Executive of the Year just because you picked up the phone.
Right.
Hey, what statue out front you want for Luka? I'll tell you, whatever you need. Hey, Jack, whatever you need. What you need? Who you look?
We talking about a guy that's after
25.
LeBron. Yeah, after LeBron, he's gonna still be playing. I don't care how much time you give LeBron. Luka Doncic will still be your franchise player when LeBron exits the building.
And that's what you need if you're a Lakers. You got to have franchise players. They started with Kareem, Shaq, LeBron, and now they got Luka. So they just continue this string of getting elite, multi-talented, great players to keep this thing for the Lakers going. Jack, we got to get you out here on that one. Thank you so much for joining us. We really appreciate your insight and talking about this trade and the other trades. De'Aaron Fox going to the Spurs, Zach LaVine going to Sacramento Kings. We'll see you down the road. I appreciate you, bro.
Thanks for having me, legends.
No problem.
Hi, Coach.
All right, guys. Joining us next, we're going to have a commercial break first, right? Joining us next, he won Royal Rumble last night, Jey Uso. But he's going to come to join us right after this break. Let's be real. 2025 has been all about change. Whether it's work, personal stuff, or just the daily grind, it can be hard to keep up. But here's the deal. When things get hectic, we don't have to go through it alone. Embrace the power of nature and elevate your everyday with Via. Trusted by over 500,000 happy customers, Via is the Swiss Army knife of wellness, dedicated to harnessing the natural benefits of hemp to create a high-quality wellness product. Whether you're looking to improve your sleep, focus, recovery, add a little pep to your step, or just get high, Via has something for you. With products ranging from 0 to 100 milligrams of THC, Via gives you the power to blaze your own trail. And the best part, Via legally ships to nearly all states in the U.S. in discreet packaging directly to your door with worry-free guarantee. No medical card required. If you're 21 years of age or older, check out the link to Via's website link in our description and use code Nightcap for 15% off. And if you're a new Via customer, get a free gift of your choice. After you purchase, they ask you, where did you hear about them? Please support the show and tell them your favorite Unc sent you. Enhance your everyday with Via. Of all the non-negotiables on a first date, you know what the biggest one is? Deodorant. Mondo has whole body deodorant that's safe to use anywhere on your body. Pits, balls, thigh folds, belly button, butt cracks, and feet. Created by a doctor who saw firsthand how normal body odor was being misdiagnosed and mistreated. Clinically proven to block odor all day and control odor for up to 72 hours. Want to try America's #1 whole body deodorant formula right now? You can find them at Walmart, Target, and other retailers across the country. For best deals, go to shopmondo.com. Mondo's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. As a special offer for Nightcap listeners, new customers get $5 off a starter pack with our exclusive code. That equates to over 40% off your starter pack. Use code Nightcap at shopmondo.com. That's shopmondo.com. Please support our show and tell them your favorite Unc sent you. Smell fresher, stay drier, boost your confidence from head to toe with Mondo. I like starting the new year off right by hitting the gym and staying active, but sometimes I struggle to find activewear that fits right. Not too big, not too tight. True Classic shirts are designed to accentuate the important areas like your arm and chest while giving your midsection some breathing room. Clothes that have such a tailored fit are usually very expensive. Not True Classic. They have premium clothes at affordable prices. Build the perfect outfit in 5 minutes or less. Everything goes great together. Best-selling t-shirts, hoodies, jeans, and more come in 3, 6, and 9 packs. The more you bundle, the more you save. Mix and match clothing that works with your lifestyle. True Classic Activewear features moisture-wicking, odor-fighting, quick-drying, antimicrobial magic. Free shipping on all orders. 100% perfect fit guarantee with easy returns. Trusted by over 4 million customers and 200,000 plus 5-star reviews. Start the new year off right with clothing that actually fit right. Just go to an exclusive link at trueclassic.com/nightcap to save. That's trueclassic.com/nightcap. Shop now and elevate your wardrobe today. Life doesn't happen bi-weekly, so why should payday? The money you earn can be in your hands today with Earnin. Earnin is an app that gives you access to your pay as you work, up to $150 per day with a max of $750 between paydays. Just download the Earnin app, verify your paycheck, then access up to $150 a day as you work and leave an optional tip. Any money you access plus tips are automatically repaid from your next paycheck. You know how I spend that money? A special night out for two. A very special night out. Make earning a part of your financial routine. Join the earning over 4 million customers who say things like, when I think about earning, I think about financial stability, security. It gives me peace of mind. Download Earning today, spelled EARNIN, in the Google Play or Apple App Store. When you download the Earning app, type in Nightcap under podcast. When you sign up, it will really help the show. Nightcap under podcast. Earning is a financial technology company, not a bank. Cash outs are based on available earnings. Standard cash outs takes 1 to 2 business days with no mandatory fees. Option to expedite your transfer for a fee. Tips are voluntary and do not affect the service. See cash out under user agreement for detail. Services not available in all states. Back, ladies and gentlemen, we're joined by main event winner. He's a one-time WWE Intercontinental Champion. He's a 4-time WWE Raw Tag Team Champion. No pause. 6-time WWE SmackDown Tag Team Champion winner. And now he's the 2025 Men's Royal Rumble winner, Jey Uso. Jey, how you feeling, bro?
Hey.
Hey, Mr. Sharp, man. Thank you for the introduction, my dog.
You deserved it, bro.
Yeah,
Let me ask you this.
yeah.
Jey.
What's up, Cinco?
What up, baby?
Yeah.
Congratulations on your Royal Rumble win last night. Has it set in yet that you're going to be headlining WrestleMania?
Hey, can I be honest?
Yes.
Yes.
It's another day at the office, you know? Because here's what happened. Did work on Saturday. What's the day? Today's Sunday. That was last night. It feel like it was like 3 nights ago. It feel like it was 3 nights ago. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
Did it last night, hopped on the road, drove 4.5 hours with my baby. You're back here, right there,
Okay, you got an Oculus
room. Yeah. It's charged up, and I just stay quiet because walls is thin. But if I could be honest, man, Us, I just on to the next. I'm in Cleveland, Ohio right now. I got Monday Night Raw tomorrow. I'm gonna just check it off as I go, check it off as I go. Right now, it feels like another day at the office. I might, once I fly home with my family and calm down a little bit, sit in my living room.
It might hit you.
Might hit me. It might. I said might though.
What went through your mind when John Cena's feet hit the floor and you're crowned Royal Rumble winner?
Oh, shit. Oh, shit. I said it. I'm sitting in the ring, and I'm telling you, when I pushed him off, I just watched it. Oh shit. Oh
Right.
shit. I don't want to, I don't want the Royal Rumble.
And now you're going to be
That
headlining.
goes,
So let me ask you a question. Is there anything that Cena said to you that you care to reveal right now? Because I know this is going to be his last
yes.
year. He's retiring this year. And if I'm not mistaken, I think Royal Rumble might be his last event. I mean, WrestleMania might be his last event. Excuse me.
Yeah, so I think, oh man, I know. He just said that he's going into the Elimination Chamber, and I think I want to say like
Okay.
March 1st, maybe. That is his last chance to kind of main event WrestleMania. So, and we're in Toronto, Canada.
Yep.
I hope he gets it, man. But I will, um, say some real shit, man. He came in the ring, and if you watch it back, he did come in the ring. He came in the ring. He after I thought I was about to damn
Had to
to
do it. Had to
flip him
about to
one
do it
more
again.
time, throw his ass out one more time. No, I'm just but he said, hey man, he hugged me. He goes, hey Oos, I remember your first tour. I said, I always told you and your brother, you guys will be fine, be yourself. And he goes, look at these people now. And like that's when he turned me to the crowd, and they just hitting it, man. So yeah, man. Love for John Cena, he's a GOAT,
I don't.
man.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Hey, listen, Yeet had become such a huge defining part of your persona. Obviously, it's a signature catchphrase. Man, dude, the crowd loves it. I love it. How did you come up with Yeet? And did you ever expect it to take off the way it has?
So if you really pay attention, like man, me, my brothers, Roman, we've kind of been saying that from the jump.
Right, right.
If you look at like old promos or whatever, it was like you'll hear him. Well, it's also a West Coast
Mm-hmm.
slang.
Right.
It's been a slang before yeet with the memes. Like I'm a little older than the little homies are like, oh, that's just that's a meme, a catchphrase where you yeeting people, but
Right.
it's been a slang. Yeet, the T wasn't even on there. It used to be
Yeah.
yeet, like Yeee,
Yeah.
yeet like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You said a little too hard though,
Oh, you
Mr.
say
Shaw.
yeet?
You gotta pull it back a little. Yeah, damn, bro. You done lifted today. I could tell. But man, man, and then I didn't expect it to take off though, like that. Ocho, man, it just took off. And I feel like it kind of took off at the press conference. If you watch the press conference, like if you watch, And then I had Cody saying yeet, and then it just took off, man. Like I think that was a turning point. But I never thought it would take off the way it do.
I don't know if a whole lot of people know this. Your dad is the famous wrestler Rikishi. Did
Yes, sir.
I mean, how was it having your dad was a wrestler? So obviously you had to be one of the coolest kids in school.
Yeah. Yeah.
Not really. Not
Damn.
really.
Come on.
If I could, but look though, if I could be honest though, my dad, like Rikishi, really ain't catch off until me and my brothers got into high
Okay.
school. So now we in high school, and man, hey, Miss Sharp, hey Ocho. When I say we was balling, we was balling.
Oh, y'all balling out there
with Roman. I'm telling you, what made us kind of safe. We was known as like the twins. There's twins.
Right.
But we was good in football. Good looking though. Stop playing. but look though, we was balling. Like we was putting up numbers and shit. And they're like this. And they daddy's a wrestler. So that's what kind of saved us, like from like separated us from like my dad and being like this wrestler. Because when he would show up to when he would show up to the games, I knew he was here. Because when we in the field, like the game would stop. Because we would look and there's a crowd moving. It's like a wave, you feel me?
Right.
So I knew my dad was here. You can't miss him. Big Samoan dude with blonde hair. Can't miss him. But
did you always you and your brother know you wanted to go into the family business?
No, no, my mom and dad didn't want us in the business because we know how it was. Like I said, my dad kind of like caught his break when we was in high school, but he's been a wrestler my whole life. So that means like
Travel.
the income wasn't high. Yeah, the income wasn't high though. You're a wrestler, and being like gone for like 2 months at a time. My mom was a single mom, you know. Never did. It was until went to college and then you come back in the real world, like this ain't fun, pops, can we wrestle? Boom. Took us in the ring, beat us up for 2 hours, man. Y'all still want to wrestle? Yeah, but had to drop weight, had to look good,
Let me ask you this. When you started your solo journey and you had to realize that, you know what, I'm not going to be performing with my brother anymore. Were you conflicted? Because obviously you want to be successful, you want your brother to be successful, and you want to do everything that you possibly can to potentially bring him along. But you're going to have to go this thing alone, Jay. Were you conflicted? How did that make you feel?
Oh, okay. Uncomfortable for sure. And it wasn't even it wasn't even the work part. What got me though is I separated from my brother. I'm used to driving these 4-hour drives every night after a show. I'm used to like pushing up there with my brother on a plane. What time the plane is, bruh? It's 4 o'clock. Where you at? Well, I'm at the Fridays by gate 4. You feel
Right.
me? Like yo, we'll just move together. So I don't have them like that, man. So that was my biggest adjustment, man.
Yeah. Hey,
Being
listen,
on the road.
yeah. If you could go back in time, right, and give your younger self advice before starting WWE, what would you say?
Man, I would say put me on the spot, man.
Nah, you
Put me on
good.
the spot.
If
Man,
if,
no,
if
man.
if if you could do it again, what would you tell your younger self?
Like, you have help.
Mm,
It's gonna be okay. Like, you have help.
mhm.
I thought like I just have to, and it's me and my twin at the same time. I just
Right,
thought like we gotta do it. We have to go do it. If we don't do it, it's it's everyone's fault. It's going to we fail. Like when
right,
really, man, we was young trying to figure it out, and now looking back now, it was just it was a process to get me like to here today. I would have never thought, man, I'd be sitting here today talking to you and you, and I just won the Royal Rumble in 2025 last night.
that's crazy.
And I'm over here trying to get some buffalo chicken wings for my baby back here, you know, just yeah, yeet,
How,
man, you know.
how is it happening? It seems that that's your little homie. That's the road dog with you. You got him, and you seem so calm. You seem so at peace that you got your son, and he gets to experience this with you.
Yes, sir. Like he's been, but I just want, man, I just want to be a dad. I just want to spend time with him because, like, I sacrifice a lot of time. Like,
Mhm.
we sacrifice time, man. We can't get it back. You can sacrifice a lot of things, man, but time. I have two boys. One goes to Morehouse College in
And hey,
Atlanta.
okay, that's what's up.
Come on, come on, man. 18 and 19. So he does his own thing, kind of not in the wrestling like that. He'll watch, but he's doing his own thing. This one over here, he all in. He wanna dad, how old do I gotta be the wrestler? I'm like 18. 5 more years, me and you could be like Rey Mysterio and Dom Mysterio, father and son tag team champions, and he'll just walk off. And I'm like,
That's what's up. Who?
man, that's right.
What's been your favorite celebrity to come in the ring? That you've been in the ring, you have a celebrity coming there. You're like, man, this pretty cool. This all right here.
Man, I gotta be honest, man. Lil Wayne.
Really?
I like,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, man. Come on,
Dope.
man. Man, I love, man. Come on, man. We listen to him. We listen to him since coming up. The Carter one. Lil Wayne, like the Carter one. Come on, man. The dope part is when I first started wrestling, me and my brother came out to Go DJ. Like that was our walkout song, and in the little independent scene, and just to have him, walk me out at a big WrestleMania on stage, man, fire! It's like full circle.
Yeah.
Yeet.
Hey, you know what I know what it feels like, dude, to have your name called out for me, just to give you perspective, to come out that tunnel, and they call your name when they announce the offense, and they say Shannon Sharpe, or they say Chad Ochocinco Johnson, and 80,000 people, dog, 70,000, 60,000, whatever it may be, are screaming your name, and the fans have embraced you as the main event Jey Uso. How does that feel, dude, to hear those chants and see the crowd rally behind you, dog? That has to be one of the greatest feelings in the world.
Man, come on, Ocho. Yes, man. I appreciate that view. You know why? Because we're the only few that can see it from our eyes.
Right.
Because the rest of the world is looking at us.
Mm-hmm.
I just told my son, I said, hey, I brought him in the ring after.
Wow.
Man, Ocho. Hey, yeah. Hey, I said, I told my son last night, man, I started, I was like, hey, man, because he knows what to do. Like he has that, man. I brought him in the ring, and he had the people like this, like they was going with him. I wasn't doing that. But I'm telling him, I'm like, wait, in the ring, I'm like, hold on, wait for the beat to drop. Now I'm like, okay, go. He's got 60,000 in his hand,
Wow.
and I was just sitting there like this,
That's dope.
and he's over there, man. But I told him when we was about to go to sleep, man. I told him, man, last night I was like, man, son, what is that? How'd that make you feel? Like, did you see all those people? He's like, yeah. He's like, man, they're like, Dad, like, that's a lot of people. I'm like, they was looking at you though,
Wow.
Man, it's just a different. I appreciate it though. Like, I wish my messages to the people. I wish everyone could experience that. What we get to
Feeling.
experience, man.
Yeah.
Man, because that's kind of why it keeps us lit in the game.
Jey Uso punched his ticket to WrestleMania main event with his Royal Rumble win. Last night, Cena declared for the chamber match he needs to win to have a chance at another main event. You're not going to want to miss the Elimination Chamber match in Toronto, March 1st, Blue Jay Stadium. The Rogers Center is going to be huge. WrestleMania, the big where Jey Uso is headlining, April 19th and 20th at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, Nevada. Jay, congratulations on your win last night. Congratulations on the main event, bro. Thank you for joining us at our Unc Ocho at Nightcap. Our chat, we love you, man. Appreciate it. Continue success. And after you win this WrestleMania main event, holler back at your boys.
Hey, Unc Ocho. Hey, yeah. For sure. But can I come? I wanna be there, in the same room with y'all.
Okay, that'll work.
Okay.
You have to catch us on one of the live tours. One of the live tours, you're gonna have to catch us on one of the lives.
Man, I'm in the A, man. I know y'all always come through ATL. Like, whatever, man. Let me know.
We'll make it work.
All right, Unc.
Appreciate you, bro.
Yeah.
Have a good one.
All right, Ocho. Man, love y'all too.
Back to this Luka Doncic. Luka released a statement. 7 years ago, I came here as a teenager to pursue my dream of playing basketball at the highest level. I thought I'd spend my career here and wanted so badly to bring you a championship. The love and support you've given me is more than I could ever dreamed of. For a young kid from Slovenia coming to the U.S. for the first time, you made North Texas feel like home. In good times and bad, from injuries to NBA Finals, your support never changed. Thank you for not only sharing my joy, our best moments, but also lifting me up when I needed it most. To all the organization I work with throughout the Dallas community, thank you for letting me contribute to your important work. Join you in bringing light to those who need it. As I start the next part of my basketball journey, I'm leaving a city that will always feel like home away from home. Dallas is a special place, and Mav fans are special fans. Thank you from the bottom of my heart. Luka, 7-7.
I like it. I like it. I like it. He's remaining very, 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 very professional. Obviously, you don't have a choice at this point. You know, whatever issues were going on behind the scenes, Unc, it had to be egregious. It had to be something so bad for them to trade someone of that magnitude that is that great. You know, they were just in the
NBA
finals
Finals.
last year, Unc. They were just in the NBA Finals last year, Unc. What did he average? What did he average again? If I'm not mistaken, you
Well,
know the
he
numbers better
averaged
than I do.
like 34, 9, and 9 in the regular season.
That's crazy work. 34-9 and 9 in the regular season. You take your team to the NBA Finals the following season, they trade
Yeah.
you.
And not that you asked to be traded. Ocho, people are dogging Nico. Luka became the first player to lead the playoffs in points, rebounds, assists, and steals last season.
Yeah. That's crazy, man.
That's what I kept selling Mark.
Hey, it got to be. Hey, it might have some. Hey, this might. You know what? I don't want to say nothing because I don't want to be rude.
Listen, and this is what I told Jamal, and y'all heard it. In order for you to trade a player like this in his prime, given him the accolades, 5 times he been a first-team All-Pro in his first 6 seasons. The behavior, the attitude had to be so egregious. Say we're done with him. There's no getting through to him, and I believe what Jack was saying is that the coaches, I believe they've tried. I don't believe it's a lack of effort that they've tried, but you've got to want it as bad as I want it for you. Because if I want something more than you want it for yourself, you're going to win out because it's you. You know what you want. You know what you have to do. Because guess what? He wanted to be an NBA player. Ain't nobody had to take him to those practices. Ain't nobody had to do what they had to do. He did that because that's what he wanted. If and when Luka wants to get in shape, if and when Luka wants to take his condition serious, if and when Luka want to eat right, that's what he's going to do. That's what he's going to do. It's just like anything. When a person makes up their mind, they got an addiction to something. When that person makes up their mind, see, we create our demons. Only we can chase them away. If and when he wants that to be an afterthought. Because right now, how do you want it to be? You want it to be your story, or you want it to be a footnote? Because you get to determine.
Wait a minute, but you think you slick now? Hold on now. Hold on. I got to use that. I got to use that.
I give you a prime example. You heard Jokic. Jokic put up those numbers, but Jokic said I was fat. I was out of shape, so I stopped drinking soda. I cut back on soda, dropped weight. Now he's a 3-time league MVP. Shea is going to cut. It's right now. It's him and Shea Gilgeous. Shea, I would give Shea a slight lead. His team is better. He's putting up phenomenal numbers. But go look at Jokic's numbers and look at what he does on a nightly basis.
I need you to listen. I know you're not a record player, but I need you to rewind and give me that footnote quote again. Now that
you want that to be your story, or you want it to be a footnote in your story? Because the thing about Ocho, like, it's our career. We get to write it. We got the pen.
Right.
You get to write the Ocho story. I get to write the Shannon Sharpe story.
But that was a good one there, bro.
Like I said, everybody knows how I feel about Luka. Luka, my guy. I gave him the name Baby Bird. He's, like I said, when LeBron leaves, he's going to probably be my favorite player. No question about it. Because my favorite player was Larry Bird. He's the closest thing for that type of player that I've seen to Bird. And like Jack said, Ocho, he cost himself he was eligible to get 345. Now the max he can get is 229. That's real money.
I mean, you got to think about it, huh? And listen, what can you get with 345 you can't get with 229?
I want that. I want that. I want all that. Ocho, I want all that. Think about it, Ocho. This dude was in line to get $70 million a year. And in 5 years, Luka would have been 30. He'd have been eligible to get 400.
Another one. That's crazy.
Maybe more.
That's crazy. But this might be a wake-up call.
I hope so.
Sometimes sometimes it takes something like this. Sometimes it takes something like this. I wouldn't say humble you. Maybe humble might be the right word because we don't know what's going on behind the scenes. Obviously, you're not being humble if they're willing to trade you at 25 with the type of production you putting up. This might be a humbling moment, and I hope it pisses him off.
Yeah.
Because we might get a different Luka. You know, a pissed off Luka might be worse than the Luka that was chilling, drinking beer, you know, playing around.
Man, the man had a 60 point, 20 rebound, triple double. Man, stop playing. The dude is but see, people, Ocho, when you in the profession, I keep telling people, but they tell me I don't know what I'm talking about. Y'all will listen now. People will tolerate you until they can replace you. It can be sports, it can be in a relationship. Treat your significant other like crap and let them run across a person that'll treat them better. You gone.
Yeah.
Oh, let me do, as long as I'm doing my job. That's not the way it works. Now, if you want to be, however you want to be, create your own company and you create a dress code, you create coming to work, doing however you want to be. But as long as you punch that clock for somebody else, literally, figuratively, you got to do it. Ain't no way other way around it. Ain't no other way around it. Ain't no way around it. Y'all get mad all you want to, but I'm just telling you the facts.
Yeah.
And people that don't understand that, you have to ask yourself, why don't they understand it? Why don't they get it? 25, 5-time first team All-NBA. And they say, nah, we good. Normally, guys at that age, when they get traded, they requested a trade.
Right.
They requested it. He didn't request it. He didn't know anything about it. My antenna perked up when Rick Carlisle wouldn't sign an extension. Do you know? Right. Normally coaches get fired. Doug Collins got fired. I'm trying to think, who was his first coach? Who was Doug Collins' first? Was it Raftery? Who's Michael Jordan's first coach? But normally, if you get a guy like that, you don't not sign an extension. You don't resign. They fire you because you're not getting the job done. You don't walk away because you know how hard it is to get a guy like that.
Right.
Kevin who? Lowry. Yeah.
Yeah, the writing must have been on the wall. Mr. Carlisle saw it. You know, and he didn't want to deal with it. I mean, as a coach, how does that really affect you if you have a player?
It's difficult now.
What he's doing on the court? How could you still not want to be there because of that?
They're gonna that's on. Look, I hope he gets it. I hope he figures it out, Ocho.
Yeah.
Because the talent is there. There's no undenying it. But Ocho, I mean, because here's the thing, Ocho. If you exhibit this and you making 35 million, what you gonna do when I give you 70?
Yeah, you know what happened when you give somebody more money. You know what happens.
Mm-hmm. And so they just like, I'm surprised they didn't. But I think the thing is, Nico, like he had a relationship with Rob Pelinka. As you heard, I think that was either Jack or Jamal said Rob Pelinka was Kobe's agent. Nico Harrison used to work for Nike. So there's a relationship. This didn't get out. See, if you open it up to other teams, Ocho, it's going to get out. The reports are Luka is being shopped. Reports are AD is being shopped. You see now, you know what, Ocho? I'm glad this happened like this. Now y'all see, when they start reporting stuff, they ain't making it up. So y'all quick, the media made it up. You see how it didn't get out? Because ain't nobody wanted it out.
But you know why it didn't get out, huh? Because there were only two teams involved. The Dallas Mavericks and the Los Angeles
and
Lakers.
Nobody wanted it out.
Absolutely. Because I guarantee you they kept it between two people. Mr. Nico and Palenka. I bet nobody else knew about it.
It's reported that Mark Cuban didn't know about it. It's reported that Jason Kidd didn't know about it. Anthony Davis didn't know about it. Rich Paul didn't know about it. LeBron didn't know about it.
That's why it didn't get out, because they kept it between two people. The two people that had the power to get the job done.
It's kind of a blessing because he's like, you know what? We want to move him, but hey, at least move him to LA. Because everybody's opening up the coffers. Everybody opening it up. What you want?
Yeah.
Give us AD in the first round pick and Max Christie. That's it? Okay.
Okay. Bet.
But hopefully Luka gets his condition, gets his eating habits under control, takes it a little bit more serious. Look, Ocho, he ain't never gonna be able to sit down in the chair. He ain't gonna be Kobe. He ain't gonna be Jordan. He ain't gonna be LeBron or Kawhi in their prime. That's not what he is.
But he's great at what he does.
But you can't, Ocho, you can't just open the door and let the man come in the house and then talk about, hey, man, he robbed our house. Y'all should have locked the door. Bro, that's your guy.
Right.
That's your guy. But hopefully he figures this out, Ocho. Ocho, people are dogging Nico Harrison for comments he made earlier. Let's take a listen.
And I'd like to give Rob Pelinka a lot of credit. You know, trades, you guys have been around here. Trades don't happen at the smallest level without stuff getting out. And Rob and I were able to have, you know, really intense conversations over the course of, you know, 3 or 4 weeks that started out as a coffee that, you know, was more, hey, would you ever, I don't know, would I? Let me think of, you know, and then it built upon that. And, you know, we kept it between us. We had to keep it tight. Jay Kidd didn't know about it. But Jay Kidd and I are aligned, and we talk about archetypes and we talk about the culture that we want to create. So I know the type of players that he likes without actually talking to him. Hey, would you like, you know, so I know that. And Jay Kidd coached them when they won a championship. So I think when you're aligned with your coach like that, I know the type of players that he likes. And so I felt good about it making sense to where we're trying to go.
How does it?
Ocho, the mere fact that you was like, hey, man, would you, Ocho, if it ever comes up, man, would you cheat on your wife? Would you cheat on your girl? No, I was just playing. You already put that thought out there. You thought about it.
Yeah.
You thinking about it, Ocho? The mere fact.
Right.
Hey, would you trade Luka? I don't know. What? Nah, man. I wouldn't trade no Luka, man. Stop.
Yeah.
Hey, kid, like, don't speak for me.
Hey.
Kid, like, I don't care if he 300. All I know is he gave me 30 plus 9 and 8
every night.
But
that's crazy.
But here's the thing. That's how it doesn't get out. Ocho, normally 2 people can keep a secret, but one normally has to be dead.
Yeah.
Because the more people you tell, and then there's a chain that you don't know where the breach came in at because you done told so many people. Ocho, you remember you play a story in school, you tell somebody at the front row, and by the time we get to the last person, it ain't nothing like that.
Completely different. Nothing like the first, yeah. I remember that.
Same thing. Too many people know, it's going to get out.
Yep.
Mavs fan held a funeral for Luka outside the stadium. Ocho, check this out. This is a real quote from Mark Cuban. If I had to choose between my wife and keeping Luka on the Mavs, catch me at my lawyer's office prepping for a divorce.
Listen, an owner that understands. An owner that understands.
That's the funeral.
Oh, that was funny. They serious with it.
Yeah. Ocho, them players like that don't.
And He had on the suit. You saw that?
Ocho, players like that don't come along.
Yeah.
Guys like that, listen, guys don't come along. I mean, they've had Dirk Nowitzki is an MVP and a Finals MVP.
Yeah.
He's not better than Luka. Guys like that don't just sprout up on trees, and you don't. Yeah, sometimes you get fortunate, Ocho, and you'll get, you get the number 1 draft pick, and you'll get David Robinson, and then, 12, 13 years later, you'll get a Tim Duncan, and then 12, 13, 15 years later, 20 years later, you'll get a Wemby. But Ocho, guys like this don't grow on trees. They don't come along, but ever so often. Cleveland's not gonna get another LeBron James. Could you imagine Cleveland traded LeBron at 25? Could you imagine that?
Man, the internet would have crashed.
God almighty.
Internet would have crashed.
Kevin Durant calls out loyalty double standard after Luka trade. Players are held to a different standard of loyalty and commitment to a program. But the organization don't get held to that same standard from the outside world, whether it's from the media members or fans. We all should be held to the same standard now. Every other team might get the confidence to say, F it, I'll trade a few of my top players if this isn't working. I'm still shocked.
That's crazy.
Or trading a 25-year-old Kevin Durant.
Hell no.
I mean, you think about it. Shaq left. Shaq was younger than 20 when he left Orlando, but Shaq left. They didn't trade him.
Right. I mean,
when the Lakers traded Shaq, Coach Mr. Buss, the owner, thought Shaq, the salary, the weight concern, the conditioning was an issue.
Right.
SGA on Luka being traded. I learned that lesson the hard way my first year in the NBA. I got traded out of the blue. Didn't see it coming. It doesn't surprise me anymore than myself getting traded a long time ago. I found out it's a business. My first season. Woo! The Clippers kicking themselves in the butt. Because they traded him and all those draft picks for Paul George.
Right.
It ain't worked out. Paul George is in Philly. Kawhi can't stay healthy. And SGA is on pace to be, how old is SGA? 25? He's on pace to be the MVP. They got the best team in the Western Conference. Shea is 26.
Oh, 26, okay.
Ocho, it's being reported the Lakers were reportedly irked by AD's comment earlier about another big. Lakers reportedly felt AD could never be counted on as a top option and weren't going to offer AD an extension this season. The man ain't say go get Yoke. The man say just get him a big. Just get him somebody that he can slide down to the 4. Now, come late in the ball game, I'll play the 5. Bron will play the 4. Damn. If you go back and look when they won the championship, he played the 4. Because normally it was either JaVale at the 5 or Dwight Howard at the 5. AD played the 4. And that was the year they did a number. It tripped basically. JaVale had him for like 6 or 7 minutes. Dwight would get him for 6 or 7 minutes. AD get him for 2 or 3 minutes. LeBron, you take it for a minute. We just kept throwing a lot of different looks at him. Lakers felt AD could never be counted on as a top option. It's hard to be a top option. What top option if LeBron's on your team? If you go play with Nikola Jokic, who's going to be the top option? Yoke. You go play with Yoke. Let me ask you a question. Dame was a top option in Portland for all those years. He's not the top option playing with Giannis.
Yeah.
Come on, people. Come on, Lakers. Y'all know that. And they weren't going to offer AD an extension. I thought they just gave him an extension. I thought he just signed a 2-year extension. He could sign another longer term after this year? I mean, AD the last
might-
couple of
he
years, AD's he's played a lot of games.
Mm-hmm. I mean, he'll get one in Dallas.
After next year. I don't believe that. So let me guess. LeBron leaves because there's a great chance LeBron leaves after, let's just say for the sake of argument, LeBron plays this year 22, plays next year 23. LeBron leaves. You mean to tell me you was going to let Anthony Davis walk? I find that very hard to believe. The Lakers are about superstars. And I'm not saying AD is LeBron, Shaq, Wilt, Kareem. He's not that.
Right.
But who you going to get? Who? Jason Tatum? I don't think Boston parting way with him. Nikola Jokic? No. Denver damn sure not parting with him. Shea?
Yeah.
First of all, why would Shea leave and give up that 5-year extension? Shea's going back to be eligible for a Supermax.
So he can get 345.
I think Shea, when Shea's up? Next year? Shea can get back next year? Four years, almost 300.
Okay.
Not going. I'm not gonna let y'all. I'm not gonna let y'all let y'all get me out my bread. So I'm just trying to figure out who can they get, because look, there are only a handful. First of all, LeBrons and the Kobe, yeah, these are great players. But when we talk about
Right.
that, you paying top dollar to go see everywhere they go, ain't been a handful of those. Steph Curry,
It's always
LeBron, Jordan, Kobe in the modern era. And I'm saying anything
Right.
since like 90, let's go say like mid 90s.
Mhm.
Everywhere you go, home or road, where no matter what the arena is, the team might be 2-50, but they're gonna come out to see LeBron, see Steph, see
Oh, yeah.
Jordan, see Kobe. There's only a handful of guys. Luka has that. Luka has that. And the Lakers now have it for the foreseeable future. Now, Lakers got power. Because now they're like, nah, you know what, Bron, we love you. We appreciate you coming here. But we take our orders from him. Because at max, you'll be here 2 years. We're hoping he'll be here for a decade.
Mm.
What you thinking?
I can't wait. I can't wait to see how it play out on court.
Yeah.
On court. And quiet as kept, I still like the idea of Kyrie opting out in the summer, which he has an opportunity to do, and he might bring his ass over to LA
I give
next
you a
year.
prime example. AI. What they do to AI? Tell the people at home what they do to AI.
Oh,
They traded him, didn't they?
Brady, yeah, got him up out of there. Got him right up out of there. They'll tolerate you until they go, what?
What did Jack see? I had never heard anybody say that. What Jack said.
Yeah.
Never accept anything in the win you wouldn't in a loss. Y'all gonna listen to me, Chad. Y'all get mad at me. He think he know everything. No, I don't know everything. Just a tad a bit about everything. But I'm just telling you, been in locker rooms, been around a lot of people, and won some games. Culture is very important. Very important. Everybody that's won something will tell you that it's important. People that haven't say it doesn't matter. Ask Google. Ask Microsoft. Ask Apple. Ask NVIDIA. Salesforce. Oracle. Ask them. Is culture important? Meta, Berkshire Hathaway, Exxon. Ask them, is culture important? They get mad, Ocho.
Hey, they don't, you got to understand, you're looking at it from a different lens as opposed to everybody else. Everybody's not looking at it from your viewpoint. Everybody's not looking at it from your lens and the perspective in which you know and understand how things work. It's different.
It is. Because I think the thing is like to be successful. Most successful people are highly motivated. Highly motivated.
You don't need any outside help to be motivated.
Nope. I got to beg you to eat right. I got to beg you to get in condition. I got to beg you to show up on time. Ocho, I'm paying you $50 million. And it's just not. Look, we using professional. There are people out there making 100,000, 200,000, 300,000. Bro, show up on time.
Right.
Oh, that job will be there when I'm dead and gone, and you're gonna be out of it while you're alive. I just don't get it sometimes. But Ocho, but you understand why people are successful. No matter what they do, they're successful.
Yeah.
Because it's a commitment. It's a singular focus to be great. And what does that look like? What does that take? Everybody talks about great. Ocho, everybody don't want to be great. A lot of people want to talk about being great.
Right.
And I'm not saying be great so you can own a business. Everybody is not meant to own a business. They're not.
Right.
And there are varying levels, degrees of success.
Right.
But there are certain things, there are certain foundational pieces that go hand in hand with success. And I don't believe you can skip the process or skip the steps in order to enjoy that level of success. You can't. I just don't believe you can. I mean, others like, look, I disagree with the Lakers. I think AD was playing phenomenal. He's played phenomenal every year except the year he's been hurt. It's not easy being the first option to LeBron because LeBron is still LeBron. Look at LeBron. Look what he did last night. A 33-point triple-double. He was the best player on the court. And the other team had 2 all-stars, Cat and Jalen Brunson. And nobody that's in that arena, nobody that watched that game can leave that game saying LeBron James wasn't the best player on the court. He's 40. But I just saw AD the other night before he tweaked that abdominal muscle, go get me 43 and 20. I saw that. Was it 43 and 20 or was it 40 and 20 or 36 and 23?
What nasty.
Yes.
Nasty.
Oh, he could. I mean, there ain't a whole lot of guys like AD. He had 42 points, 23 rebounds, Ocho, and what, 2 blocks? There ain't a whole lot of guys that can play that side of the ball offensively, give you those numbers. Yeah. He's 26 and 12, and play defense, defend the pick and roll, can defend 1 through 5, can help weak side, block shots,
right,
rebound, assist. There ain't a whole lot of guys. There ain't 3. First of all, the only guy that's comparable to him is Giannis. But Giannis can't defend. I still don't believe Giannis can defend like AD can.
Right, no. Them boys, man, that's crazy. Just still think about that. How they trade a young bull away like that. That good.
That should, but guess what? They try to take some of the power back. Y'all don't want to play. Y'all don't want to do this, and we don't do. Hey, Ocho, I'm telling you, when that
you talk about they trying to take some of that power back. Listen, you playing NBA, when you playing NBA players, that kind of money, the kind of money they make, it's still fuck you money no matter what. You telling me I can't get 345, but I can still get 289 or 229 or whatever it may be. That's still fuck you money. They will never be able to reel them boys back in, ever.
Not until they don't have it's hard to reel them in when you got guaranteed money. I tell you, kiss my butt.
Man. Yeah.
Wow. Beyonce Cowboy Carter's win Best Country Album.
Grammys.
Oh, you see it was coming up? Ash was upset. Ocho, we have some Grammy upset. Grammy upset. Grammy update. Kanye West and Bianca Censori
I saw
were
that.
not kicked out of the Grammys despite earlier reports. As nominee Kanye walked the red carpet and posed with Bianca, the two then got into their car and left, but they turned heads with their arrival, with Bianca leaving little to the imagination by going completely naked underneath a sheer mini dress.
I mean, that's I mean, it's Kanye. I mean,
Ocho,
this is expected. It's expected. What does he do? How do I make a splash? How do I take advantage of this
you
moment?
Kanye.
It's the Grammys. What do? I use my muse to make my statement, and she made the statement. I mean, we've all seen ass and titties before, you know.
Yeah, but I ain't really trying to see it out in public. Not at an event like that, Ocho.
That's the whole point where I just said to make the statement. How do you make the statement and grab the attention? How do you grab the headlines? You do exactly what they did, and it worked. She got some nice. Never mind.
No, you don't.
I want to get
Kendrick Lamar won Grammy for Record of the Year and then later won another Grammy for Song of the Year, Not Like Us, accepting an award from Diana Ross. This is what it's about, man, because at the end of the day, nothing is more powerful than rap music. I don't care what it is. We're our culture, and it's always going to stay here and live forever.
That's loud.
Beyonce won Grammy for Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter. Hold on, this is her first album of the year, isn't it? I think it is. Because normally Taylor Swift, I think, has won 4. Has beaten her out a couple of times. I think she's got all these Grammys, but I think Cowboy Carter is her first album of the year. Hold up. How she win Grammy for Album of the Year and she ain't getting no country music award? That's some bullshit, Ocho. How, Ocho?
Hey.
How am I the Super Bowl? How am I the MVP of the league and I don't make the Pro Bowl?
I don't know, but I know one thing. You need to save your money up because we going on tour.
Tour for what?
Beyonce.
Man, please.
Wait, what you talking about? She announced her tour.
Yeah, I know she did.
Oh, listen. I'm gonna call. I'm gonna make the call. We gonna fly where she is, and we gonna sit down and we gonna talk to B. Yeah, what happened? Nightcap featuring Beyonce. Yeah, I got you.
She won what? Hold on, she won. So she won Grammy Album of the Year for Cowboy Carter. Did she win anything? She won Country Album too, right?
Yeah. Yeah, Country Album of the Year.
Well, congratulations, Beyonce. Look, she's the most, if I'm not mistaken, I think she's the most decorated singer in Grammy history. I don't think anybody has more than she does. And she finally has an Album of the Year, if I'm not mistaken. Right. Album of the Year. Right. Okay. I like that. Congrats, Beyonce. Well done. Alicia Keys says DEI is not a threat. It's a gift and powerful speech. She was presented with the Dr. Dre Global Impact Award at the 2025 Grammys. Queen Latifah presented Alicia with the honor, calling her a global force. In her acceptance speech, she gave a shout out to female musicians like Missy Elliott, Linda Perry, and more, saying, I always had to fight for a certain level of respect as a songwriter, composer, and especially a producer. It's strange that we think women as producers like we don't think of women as producers like Quincy Jones, Dr. Dre, Swizzy, her husband Swizzy, but female producers have always powered the industry. Good job,
Salute.
Alicia. All right, Ocho. Now it's time for our last segment of the evening, Q&A.
Hey, they got goddamn chat funny as hell, man.
Johnny Eckford said, yeet. Pensacola, Florida, stand up. Shout out to Nightcap and the Fatu family. I guess that's Ricky. Yeah. Thank you, Johnny, for tuning in, supporting the homie.
Appreciate that.
Raekwon Howard, hey, Unc Ocho, love the show. Keep up success. Just got my wisdom teeth removed 2 days ago. May I get a birthday shout out? It's on the 23rd. Absolutely. Thank you for your support, Raekwon. We greatly appreciate that you're supporting the show. Heal up. Take your time, man. You don't want to get them things infected, boy. You don't want them things. What do they call it? Dry something? Dry socket? Hey, Raekwon, listen to what that dentist say, bro. That ain't nothing to be played with. So, but we thank you for the support. Robert Gomez, congrats on all the success. Thank you for my birthday shout out. My wife and I had lobster for dinner. Look, got that weekend. What are y'all looking forward to this year? Success. Ocho and I just want to build on what we've created since 23. Want to try to just get better and better each tour, each show, try to get better and better. Me, Nightcap, we got some awards. Ocho, I finally got my BET award.
Hey, where mine at?
This is for Club Shay Shay. We nominated for NAACP Image Award.
Hold on. So I'm not part of Club Shay Shay?
Yeah, you're a big supporter of Club Shay Shay. But hopefully we can get what else? NAACP. Man, we get that NAACP Image Award, Ocho.
Hey,
boy,
I got a question. If we get that NAACP award, do we get to go to we go somewhere where they can
present it?
Present it to us? Okay, because I already got my suit ready. I got my tux ready.
Yeah. You won't be able to hit me in the ass with a red apple. We win that.
Hey, there's a good chance. You know, the good Lord has favor.
Oh,
now. Yeah.
Jeremy Scott said, I remember last year when the Mavs GM unknowingly taking a beer from Luka. Doesn't seem so funny now.
Yeah. It doesn't. It's unfortunate.
Very. Dab Smith said, I don't care if Lucas was 300 pounds. You don't trade generational player that took a team to the finals just last year. If the Pelicans can still keep Zion after the problems he caused, you damn sure can keep Luka. Well, it's coming. I mean, if they can get a deal, if they can get a deal for look, I thought they probably could have extracted more. AD, the 2031 first round pick. They probably could have got some pick swaps.
Right.
But hey, Zion isn't in line to get $345 million. Because you're gonna have to make a decision, Ocho.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to make a decision this summer.
But listen, wait, time out. Before you even finish, the decision would be easy to make based on what I've gotten in the past. So I'm gonna just say that. It's easy to make. I ain't doing it. Why would I? I'll let somebody else take that on.
That's what they did. How many times have you seen receivers We know it. Florida guy, AB, 6 consecutive 100-catch seasons. 6. Might not ever be done again, Ocho. He did it.
Yeah.
Steelers said, no. Think about the pace T.O. was on.
Real deal.
Yes. They will tolerate you. Listen, they will tolerate you until they can replace you. They're not going to let you hold their franchise hostage. They're not going to let a player hold them hostage, Ocho. Even if it means, hey, they're not.
No matter who you are.
Victor Castro, love to show y'all where Anthony Davis fit with the mouth. Yeah. Kyrie, pick and roll, pick and pop. He got Lively to play the 5. He can have Gafford play the 5. He can slide to the 4. And then late in the ball games, if he need to, he can go to the 5. Because he's the guy, you know, Lively, Isaiah Lively, is not the greatest free throw shooter. Gafford, AD's like 80-something%. So then he goes to the last 5 minutes of the game, he can slide back to the 5. But absolutely. They got a couple spotters, got a Clay that can spot up and shoot. Not today, notwithstanding. They gave up 91 first half points to the Cavaliers. The most in a half since the play-by-play started in 96, 97. I think the Phoenix Suns scored the most in a half. They scored 107.
Yeah.
So
90 and a half is crazy
scored
work.
50 in the first quarter, 41 in the second.
Crazy work.
Dave Smith, the same Luka with these problems ran through the West on one leg, while the Sixers big up Bill Embiid hasn't sniffed the finals and still with the Sixers. Bro, you can't compare something as a thief of joy. The way one person, it's like one family. Man, they let their kids go out and come in whenever they want to. Your mom and dad didn't do that. You can't say because they did that over there, I should be able to do that to them here.
That ain't the way it works.
They're about to have to pay Luka $350 million. And they said, we don't believe it's only going to get worse. I don't know why people don't understand. I love Luka. Luka is phenomenal. Anybody that's tracked me since I was on Undisputed know what I think of Luka. But I had these concerns. I said it. Y'all got to stop saying because, look what the Pelicans do with Zion. Look what the Sixers do with Joel Embiid. That's not the Mavs. And Luka's salary was about to be Joel Embiid and Zion's combined.
Oh, that's ooh, boy. Hey, them boy be making that money. They make that feta. You hear me? That's good money.
T Major said, did Luka pull a Harden to get to a bigger market? Yeah, I might have pulled that after I got that 345. I damn sure ain't gonna pull it before. No. Oh, no. Nope. Not me, Ocho. I'm gonna get all my bread.
I got you.
Isaiah Lancaster, Unc Ocho, when healthy, who's better running back? Christian McCaffrey or Saquon? I think CMC because he's a 3-down back. Also, I think the Lakers should get Miles Turner. What do you think? Who you like, Ocho? Saquon or C-Mac?
Woo, that's a good one. Saquon. C-Mac is he's in the conversation.
I'm gonna take Saquon just for the ability to stay healthy. C-Mac just missed too much time, Ocho. When he's on the field, he's sensational. He was Offensive Player of the Year just last year. Can run the ball, give you 1,400 yards, can catch another 80, 90 balls out of the backfield. Sensational. Just can't stay healthy. Black Fabio, LeVon left the keys on the table for AD to take them, but for some reason AD kept bringing back the keys as if he forgot, if LeBron forgot them on accident. What you think, Ocho?
LeBron said it himself, huh? Before the season started. I'm giving the key. I'm turning the keys over to AD.
I
You
thought
know,
AD played well.
he was playing well.
I thought he played well every year he's been there, with the exception of the season that he's got hurt, and he's done a better job of of being available, of being accountable, being there.
But obviously, it's not enough.
Ephraim Rogers, salute Unc Ocho. What butter products really work? I got to get Ocho some. Let him see. You see how this old this right here.
What kind of product? What's that?
Products for my face.
Oh, okay.
Oh, you put some on your head though.
Nah, I use Fair and White Black soap. That's why I look so young.
Well, that black washing off on you. Hunter said, LeBron to the Warriors. The Lakers are moving on from LeBron era and going international with it. Hunter, LeBron has a no trade. How'd that work?
He can void it though.
I don't think LeBron didn't come here to go somewhere else. LeBron done signed 2 contract extensions with the Lakers.
What that mean, huh?
He chose to come back.
Okay.
Because when you're a free agent, you do realize you have the option to leave. You know how free agency work, right?
I understand what you're talking about, but we've seen strange things happen.
LeBron ain't going to.
We've seen. All right.
Kirby Asian Dog, happy Tet Vietnamese New Year, Nightcap fam. May you all be blessed with good health and happiness always. Thank you, Kirby Asian Dog.
Thank you, Kirby Asian Dog.
Ash loves
Kirby
Vietnamese
Asian.
food. Let me take that back. Ash loves all food. Ain't nothing Ash doesn't love. Vietnamese, Thai. Oh yeah, she don't eat. Yeah, I ain't got to worry about nothing. She ain't got to eat nothing in my Tupperware. It'll still be there. But I like Thai food. I like Vietnamese. I like sushi. I like Ash. Just say what. Yeah, nothing. Absolutely nothing. Frank Tank 921. I watched the Lil Yachty interview today. It was great. He did give his blessing for you to date his mom on the low. She's a stepper, Man, I ain't listen to Yachty. Somebody talking about Yachty was trying to tell in the most respectful way he need to date somebody his age. And I told Yachty in the most respectful way, I ain't listening to it. So we both were very respectful. No, but I love having that interview with Yachty. He was great. What's up, Unc Ocho? Ocho, do you have any recommendations of restaurants or things to do in downtown Miami? I'll be on vacation in that area soon.
Listen, if you're going to be on vacation in the area soon, make sure you hit me up and let me know I'm there. For one, right? If you happen to go there and I'm not there, I need you to do me a favor. I want you to write down 2 things real quick. I don't know if you have a pen or a pad anywhere near you, but take your phone and put this in your notes. You got to try Smith and you have to try Smith and Webster. It's in Coral Springs. Smith and Webster. Matter of fact, when you get there, tell them.
Is it a steakhouse?
No, it's nice cuisine. Kayvon Webster spot,
Okay.
right? Then, after you try Smith and Webster, I need you to try I Crave. It's another nice soul food spot. It's in the inner city where I grew up. Okay. Matter of fact, when you get there, tell them Ocho sent you. Now, when you use my name, right, you're not gonna have to pay. It's on me. Now, the third place I want you to try is Tootsie's. Now, it's a family-oriented environment. You and your girl, you and your wife, whoever it may be, you go there, enjoy yourself, make sure you go upstairs. Now, when you get to the door, make sure you say Ocho sent you so you can get the VIP treatment to go upstairs, get a shoulder rub, get some food. Me, personally, I like the seafood rice and lobster tail with a chocolate cake. Coke no ice, and they can make a latte too. They have cigars as well.
Breach McKinley, hey, Unc Ocho, would you wish my fiance Elijah happy birthday, please? And please also pray for us. We lost our 5-month-old daughter suddenly. He passed on 1/14. Keep grinding. Breach, first of all, we want to send our thoughts and prayers out to you. Our deepest condolences to you and your family. I know that's tough. That's really, really tough. But we appreciate you tuning in and watching Unc and Ocho. We greatly appreciate that. And Elijah, happy birthday. You got a strong lady in your life. This is the right one for you, because even though she's going through what she's going through, she thought enough of you to want to shout you out. So, Breesh, thank you. Elijah, happy birthday. And again, sorry for your loss. J. Cole Jordan, when it's all said and done, people are going to realize, appreciate the podcast like Nightcap was made. Unc and Ocho, you two are amazing. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for your support. Thank you for watching, and we greatly, greatly appreciate that. Ocho, that concludes this episode of Nightcap, brought to you by Boost Mobile. Visit your nearest Boost Mobile store or boostmobile.com to join their nationwide 5G network today. Y'all know me. I'm your favorite Unc, the Liberty City legend, the Bingo Ring of Fame honoree. That's Chad Ochocinco Johnson. Please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Please make sure you hit that like button and go subscribe to the Nightcap podcast feed wherever you get your podcast from. And we want to thank you again for your continued support. Make sure you check out Shea by Le Portier. What better way to celebrate 2025 than with a bottle of Shea by Le Portier? Now, if you cannot find it in a city or a state near you, order it. We'll ship it directly to your door. And one favor, please drink responsibly. Oh, second favor, stay safe. Please go follow my media company page on all of its platforms, Shay Media, and my clothing company, 84, with 84 being spelled out. Everything, we mean everything, just restocked. Use code Super Bowl for an additional 10% off. We've also dropped new beanies in every color. We've also introduced gift cards available from $25 to $500. Take the guesswork out of it and let someone special pick exactly what they want. Chiefs fans, Eagle fans, NFL fans alike, tickets for the Super Bowl show in New Orleans are on sale now. The link is pinned at the top of the chat. Unfortunately, the VIP meet and greet tickets are officially sold out, but there's still plenty of tickets left for you to attend the big show, February the 6th in New Orleans at the Mahalia Jackson Theater. Be there. Big guests, Coach Prime, Master P, Juvie, Flavor Flav, and Debo James Harrison are just a few of the massive guests that we have planned for you guys. Both Nightcap and Club Shay Shay are both nominated for NAACP Image Awards. Nightcap was nominated Outstanding Podcast, Arts, Sports, and Entertainment. Club Shay Shay was nominated Outstanding Podcast, Society and Culture, and me, Club Shay, Shannon Sharpe, was nominated Entertainer of the Year. Please go vote for us. The link is pinned at the top in our social bios. We want to thank Jamal Crawford, Mark Jackson for joining us to break down this trade, this blockbuster trade. Luka Doncic goes to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2031 first-round draft pick. There was also a trade. De'Aaron Fox got traded to the San Antonio Spurs. Zach LaVine goes to the Sacramento Kings. I don't think the NBA is done yet. There's going to be some more movement, and maybe not just to the surprise of what we got with Luka and AD, because it was so hush. They've been talking about this De'Aaron Fox. They've been talking about Zach LaVine getting traded for the better part of a year and a half. They've been talking about De'Aaron Fox getting traded damn near for the last 2 to 3 months. But this one caught everybody off guard. Luka Doncic is now a Los Angeles Laker. Anthony Davis is now a Dallas Maverick. That concludes this episode of Nightcap. Thank you for joining us. I'm Unc. He's Ocho. We will see you Wednesday. Radio Row.
Radio Row, baby.
Huh? Actually, it's called Nightcap, but it'll be Daycap because we're going to be coming to you during the day in New Orleans. Thank you, guys.